February 3rd was right after the camel incident, next day. I had left Tahrir about an hour before the camel incident, and I was stuck in my neighborhoods of Heliopolis, which was cut off from the rest of the city by the curfew, which was at 3 p.m. So I sat there for a good, I don't know, 16 hours, watching TV, watching people that I know were getting shot at and killed and beaten and screaming on TV and feeling completely helpless. And so the next day, and at the same time, it was the same day in which the internet had gotten back to Egypt. So when we opened up Facebook, whatever, we were surprised to find lots of Mubarak pictures, you know, people putting their Mubarak as their profile picture on Facebook, you know, which was all of our friends who somehow we were not contacting during the revolution, like people that, you know, we just couldn't reach. And apparently they were anti the revolution. So, and they believed whatever state TV was telling them. So I wrote a post that got really famous that day. I call it Egypt Right Now, where I basically refuted every stupid claim that, you know, the state media has published, and my own friends even. And I told them that I'm gonna go and get some medical supplies and head towards Tahrir and try to help the 1,000 people who are injured from the camel incident. And a male friend of mine and 3 female friends decided to come along. They had told us to come to Talat Harb Square. And I came with the car, just take the medical supplies and get in so I can leave, yeah. I arrived at Talat Harb, there are some people there. It immediately showed they were not our people. They immediately tried to attack the car. We had to run with the car, and so I escaped with the car. I went opposite direction on Talat Harb Street, and I took a wrong right on Adli Street, trying to escape, and there were 5 police officers. The girls immediately were like, police, please stop the car, you know, they will protect us. And I must have had serious lapse of logic at the time, but in reality I was running from people trying to kill me, and I was in opposite traffic, and there was no escape. They had barricaded the entire area, secured it completely. So we stop, we get out. I tell the police officers, like, you know, we need to help us. There are people who are attacking us. We have girls in the car. So what are you guys doing here? We're trying to get medical supplies to people who were dying. TV said, get medical supplies and come help. You know, but anyway, yani, if it's possible, just get the girls to leave. Yani, we're just trying to get those girls home. Yani. So they asked for IDs and they asked for the car key. And they announced that our IDs are fake. They're not really Egyptians. Those are fake IDs. They basically had 10 plainclothes police officers there just to rile people up, you know, and they were just attacking us and beating us inside the car and beating us inside the car. And basically, you ended up with people shaking the car, trying to, like, you know, grab you outside the car, people jumping on top of the car, plainclothes people and police people trying to flip the car or move the car. You know, people bringing in gasoline, they're throwing it on the car, and they're like, we're gonna burn you guys alive. People are bringing out troop, they're like, no, we just lynched them. Like, it was a fantastic 45 minutes of just getting beaten, getting thrown at, just having rocks thrown at you, and they had taken all our phones, and they were using them to terrorize people who are calling, which was interesting because I have a friend of mine, the news of me getting arrested that day broke out as follows. My friend in the States, he called my phone, and the guy held the phone. They're like, yeah, we have him, we'll come after you too, blah, 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 blah. So he went online and Twitter, and he said that I got arrested, which was interesting because I was still getting beaten up in the street, technically. So I was taken in for about 4 or 5 hours. And then let go because apparently there was way too much pressure from both internationally and nationally and family-wise to get me out. And when I went back home, I called CNN, I called everybody, and I announced my name and my face and everything. It was the first time I revealed my identity, and I only did it because I realized that I had to hold the police officers accountable for what they've done. I can't hold them accountable if I'm anonymous. doesn't really work that way. So I've done this, and I remember the first day I was so angry. You know, this has happened to me, so angry. And then the next day I was paralyzed by fear, literally. Those are not only the police who are attacking me. Those are regular Egyptians as well. You know, you just didn't know now. You just announced, suddenly you've announced your identity and now you're, you know, challenging the whole thing in the wind, whatever. And it took me like a day to calm down from that fear and be replaced by something very much different. It was a feeling of self-confidence. It was like, listen, you got shot at, you got beaten, you got arrested, what else are they gonna do? Arrest you, got arrested. They're gonna torture you, is that like beating you up? Because they've done that. They're gonna kill you, it's not gonna matter if they kill you. Yani it's, you know, and that's how you continue after that. You know, it's you continue fighting this fight because you realize that if they've already done everything that they could to strike fear in you, then what else is there to do? There's no point. So they probably have made a mistake of letting you live.